So guys, the time has finally come. The first episode of Dragon Ball Super is out, and it's kind of bad. Like Goku trying to rescue a pterodactyl egg. Bad. Yeah, if you were hoping to hear someone speak positively about this episode, this is definitely not the video for you. In fact, just look up any other video on this topic, and you will probably find what you're looking for. Trust me, I looked up like 5 before recording this, and almost every single one of them was extremely positive. I am in a major minority here, apparently. But that seems to always be the case with Dragon Ball these days, so what else is new? So what do I dislike about this episode? Well, first off, the intro. Yeah, I know it's kind of a nitpicky thing to complain about, but man, like, the visuals are fine, but that fucking theme song is so fucking weak. Seriously, compared to the theme from Dragon Ball, or the 2 themes from DBZ, or the theme from GT, or the 2 themes from Kai, it lacks the punch that those themes have. And I've listened to that theme a few times now, and it's starting to grow on me, but still, it is just... But honestly, really, the theme song doesn't really fucking matter. It's the actual episode itself that is the problem. This episode starts with Goku working on his radish farm, which is cool because it ties into the whole Yo Son Goku and his friends return thing, but he's plowing the field with a fucking tractor. Did Toriyama forget that his very first training arc with Son Goku consisted of him tilling a farm by hand? And at age 12, he was able to till an entire field in one morning? Like, by this point in the series, Goku should be able to till the entire farm in just minutes. So if he really wants to get done with this farming bullshit, why the fuck is he using a goddamn tractor? But that's just the first dumb thing this episode does. Next, Goten shows up and starts driving the tractor around while Goku is having lunch. Goten gets distracted by his dad training and drives it off a fucking cliff. And then Goku has to use the instantaneous movement to save his son. His son, who is a Super Saiyan. Goten was in no danger. He could have easily saved himself. And even if Goten had gone full retard and just let himself hit the ground, he still would have been fine. It was just a really dumb scene. And speaking of dumb scenes, we move on to Beerus and Whis. For some reason, they're in this episode, and Beerus is awake, even though he was supposed to be asleep. Yeah, in case anyone forgot, in Battle of Gods, he had been asleep for 30 years. So 6 months after the defeat of Kid Buu, he should still be asleep. So I guess this series actually is retconning Battle of Gods, which to me sounds really fucking stupid. Like, what was the point of making those 2 movies if you're just gonna shovel them under a fucking carpet? Now, the concept for the actual plot of the episode isn't that bad. In fact, it's a really cute concept. Goku wants to get a wedding gift for his new sister-in-law, Videl. So then him and Trunks go on this little adventure. And it eventually leads to Goten and Trunks going to this hot spring where the water has rejuvenating properties. So Goten goes to collect a bottle of that, and then things get fucking stupid again. They get attacked by a giant snake. A snake that they actually have trouble dealing with. Like, both Goten and Trunks hit this thing, and it bounces right back like it didn't even get phased. And it actually scuffs them up a bit. Goten even thinks to use the Kamehameha against this thing. It's a fucking giant earth snake. And it blows my mind that people actually are defending this sequence, considering this is the type of shit that people railed GT for doing. Like, I could kinda sorta maybe buy Goku and the gang having issues with some sort of gigantic space worms. But Goten and Trunks having issues with an earth snake? No. Just no. This is like poorly written fanfiction territory. After all that stupidity, Goten and Trunks give Videl the water. Then afterwards, Mr. Satan shows up to Goku's radish field and offers him a shit ton of money that he was offered for defeating Majin Buu. Which is another thing that ties into Yo Son Goku and his friends return, because that was something that was mentioned in that special. And it's a decent little scene overall. And then the episode comes to a close with Kaioshin and Elder Kaioshin sensing that another planet had been destroyed and wondering what the hell's going on. Which once again contradicts what we see in Battle of Gods, because Kaioshin sensed Beerus the moment he woke up. And here, Beerus is awake destroying planets, and all he can sense of the planets being destroyed, he has no clue it's Beerus doing it. Now, a lot of people might be thinking I'm being overly critical, that's a slice of life episode, that I should just roll with it. The thing is though, I like slice of life episodes of Dragon Ball. Seeing these characters in their downtime living their lives are some of my favorite moments from the series. But the problem with these scenes in Super is that they're not really showing us anything particularly interesting, and a lot of them are just ridiculously drawn out and distended. Like, pretty much nothing happens in this episode. which is a really bad way to start off your series. I mean, the first episode of Dragon Ball introduced Goku, Bulma, the Dragon Balls, Pilaf, and got the story rolling for its first arc. The first episode of DBZ introduced Raditz. They introduced the whole idea of there being aliens in this world now, that Raditz was more powerful than Piccolo, and that he has some sort of weird ties to Goku. And Dragon Ball GT turned Goku back into a kid, established the Black Star Dragon Balls, and the new quest that Goku was about to go on. The first episode of Super does nothing at all. And to those who are trying to defend this episode's storytelling, if this didn't have the Dragon Ball name attached to it, if you were to watch any other show that's first episode started like this, would that make you want to watch more of it? Now, this episode wasn't a complete waste. There was one thing I really liked in it. And that was pretty much any scene with Videl. I love seeing her and Gohan interact, and I love the interaction between her and Goten at the end of the episode. That is good slice-of-life moments with these characters. Unfortunately, this only takes up about 2, maybe 3 minutes of the entire 22-minute episode, with the rest being the meandering bullshit that I stated before. And even with the whole Videl Gohan thing, I actually have a complaint with that too. Remember how I pointed out that there were scenes that tied this into elements from Yo-Son Goku? Well, in Yo-Son Goku, Videl and Gohan weren't married yet. So that whole special is completely chucked out the window along with Battle of Gods. Which is weird because there are elements in this that directly tied into things that were stated in Yo-Son Goku. So yeah, this whole thing has just left me kind of confused and agitated, and I'm not sure why it's getting so much praise. I mean, if you like this episode, please tell me what is it about this that you really like, because I don't get it. I mean, I'm gonna keep watching it, I'm kind of obligated to, but it's just really annoying that Toriyama's been building this new continuity, tacking more things onto the manga he created, and now he just seems to just be kind of picking all that shit up and chucking it out the fucking window. Like, I would love to see the Toriyama canon fanboys, you know, jump on this. Because there are so many people who have this whole thing of, it's only canon if Toriyama wrote it. Well, now Toriyama's contradicting himself. Figure that shit out. So yeah, like I said, I'm really confused. I don't know what to think about this. This first episode definitely didn't give me a whole lot to go off on. I know at some point the story is going to eventually transition into Champa and Girl Whisk, whatever the fuck her name is, you know, showing up and then going to the 6th universe and going to collect a new set of Super Dragon Balls. So this new story arc is going to involve Goku going to parts unknown to go on a quest for a new set of Super Dragon Balls. Huh. That plotline sounds vaguely familiar. Not sure where I've heard it before though. So yeah, obviously I did not enjoy this first episode. It was not a good episode, but I'm gonna stick with it. Maybe he'll impress me with something really cool. I'm not putting my money on it, but I will try to keep the faith, guys. Until then, Zeon out.